Yeah. Yes, Mukta.
Like I just wanted to share this thing that since we had a training of Google Slides, I
Yes.
had created many Google Slides, and it's a wonderful tool. I will say it's a wonderful tool.
Yes.
I have an, as I was just sharing my problems, I had an online quiz. I have to conduct an online quiz in which 17 schools are participating on Monday, which I have. So I have created that also on Google Slides only, my presentation,
Right.
and and loved that thing. Like Google,
Yes.
working on Google Slides is really very great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as we go further, we will discover more tools and more functionality of each tool. So I'm sure it will really help you. And Dr. Varia had a session yesterday, which was wonderful for GEG Ahmedabad. I think some of you joined as well to help you prepare for the Google certification. So that is another way of reviewing and learning about all the tools. So when you prepare for the certification, you already prepare for yourself. So thank you, Mukta, for the feedback. So we should we start, Dr. Varia?
Yeah. 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 We should start. Murtaza, are you
Okay,
ready?
Murtaza, all yours, and please introduce yourself, and we will just mute ourselves,
Yeah.
and you
Please.
can share.
Yeah. Over to you, Murtaza.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Dr. Varia and Ms. Reshma, for giving this opportunity to me. My name is Murtaza. I am based in Dubai. I'm an educator, teacher trainer. So I work for uh, a local Lego education partner here, which is called AtLab, and been working with the education sector from last 8 years. I am a Lego Education Academy certified teacher trainer, a Google Level 1 and Level 2 educator. Uh, Currently submitted my application for the trainer as well as doing the cohort 1 of Google Certified Coach, which is the new program launched by Google. Okay. Today we are here to look at Jamboard. I think from all the Google Suite tools, I think it's the one of the most easiest tool. Very simple. It's just a simple whiteboard tool. So if you have used whiteboards, or in India we call blackboards, it's it's a it's the same tool with a little add-on features. Okay, so if you look at Jamboard, it's nothing but a whiteboard plus a way to put sticky notes or post-it notes on it, and a great collaborative tool. Okay, so if I'm gonna present my screen. So now I hope everyone can see my screen. Okay.
Yeah, now we can
Why
see it.
why to use Jamboard? One of the reasons COVID-19 has brought up to us is we need a collaborative tool, especially for remote learning. Okay, and even for when we are moving to the digital world, we need to work in a team. Okay. Now I would want everyone to put in the chat box one reason why teamwork is important. So one reason why you feel teamwork is important just in real life. It could be teamwork between students, teamwork between teachers, but one reason why you feel teamwork is so important for today's generation. We get more thoughts, common goal. We can complement each other, collaboration, sharing ideas, and we may have limitation, but the team doesn't. That's a very nice point. That maybe individually we may not be the most intelligent person in the room, but collaborative intelligence is something which is really powerful. Every individual has a specific quality, can save time. Yeah. So collaborate good ideas, interactive sessions helps. Yes, together everyone can achieve more. It's the same concept of a relay race where you pass the baton to each other, but in the end it's the team which wins. Now, some of the advantages of Google Jamboard is it helps to for problem solving. Okay, It helps the 4 C's of the 21st century: communication, creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration.
Murtaza,
And it can be used.
Murtaza, sorry for interrupting. I think you need to re-share your screen because it has become short. It's limited to one icon. So reshare. Yeah, that's better. Yeah,
Sorry.
done.
So, again, the 4 C's of the 21st century: communication, critical thinking, creativity, and collaboration. Okay. Now, if I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, okay, and directly move to Jamboard. So, if you are in Google Meet, if you click the 3 dot icon on the bottom right, everyone can see that. Just don't click on it. When you click on the bottom right icon, sure whether you can see my.
You have to start the new Jamboard. Some people need access
So
to
you
the file.
you can see a whiteboard option and open Jam. Okay. So I click on this. You can see it shows you start a new whiteboard or choose from Drive. Okay. I'm going to start a new whiteboard.
So here,
And you
here
can see it will start.
Ask for a view link, or should we go for edit link?
Okay. So when you say share with one, I think it's Miss Reshma who will need to give access.
Yeah, I will have to give access.
over
So I
here.
will be doing it. Just a moment, Murtaza. I'll have to give access to you.
Sure. So this is one way to start the Jamboard. Okay. Now, one thing which is a little confusing about Jamboard is it has 3 different versions. It has a different version for web, which is on the browser, a different version for Google Meet, and a different version for the app. Okay. When I say a different version, there are some features which are available in each, which are different. So I'll be able to show you that in just a while. Okay.
So is this?
Okay, so if I
I think Murtaza will have to accept the request. Everyone would have to accept the request that I'll share the Jamboard, and you can edit. You can also type it in that.
can everyone see my screen?
Your screen is not visible. Jamboard I've already shared with everyone.
Yeah, I can see some participants have joined the Jamboard. Again, it's because you have clicked the link, you would have just joined with an anonymous name.
So,
Okay.
I think that
I can see some of you are.
Yeah. Do one thing, Murtaza, you share the Jamboard link in the chat box.
Sure. It's the same.
Because I think we are on a different Jamboard.
Let me just share the link on the screen. I've shared the link on
Yes.
on the chat.
Yes.
Yes, got it, Murtaza. We can open the Jamboard. So you mean to say when we
Yes.
click the Google Meet option and click there, automatically the link goes in the chat also for students to open it?
Yeah,
Yes.
so I think there is a learning over here. Murtaza, what has happened actually, because since I'm hosting this from our school domain, so when I shared the link, it automatically went to the people who has joined through the school domain. So it means, yeah. So if you're working in a school, G Suite, right? If you're working in your own classroom, your Meet, then you are the teacher and they are the students. So that should not be an issue when you share it directly from there. But once we are collaborating in this manner, I think at that time the presenter has to share the Jamboard link onto the chat so that we can be on the same screen. This is what has happened. So I would request everyone.
So this is
I would request everyone to connect to Murtuza's Jamboard using the link shared in the chat box.
So this is a new feature which was launched by Google last week, I would say. Okay. Right now, I'm not very sure that there is an admin control on who can start a Jamboard. So I will have to find out that answer because my education account is not working yet. But this feature is right now available to all types of Google accounts, even a personal account, which from next month will be only available to the new Google Workspace Basic or G Suite for Education. Okay. Now I want everyone to take up a sticky note. So let me just show you from here. On your left hand side, you have the icons menu. Okay. The first icon menu is the pen icon, then is the clear button, then is the select, and the fourth one is a sticky note. Okay. I want you to just introduce yourself. Okay, and which subject do you teach? So if it write your name and your subject after that. Okay, so pick up your sticky note, write your name and a subject after that. You can keep annotating if you want to and try out the different tools. Okay, so I'll just wait for a minute for everyone to write it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is to make it easier for everyone. I need science on my right hand side. So anyone who's a science teacher, right hand side top. Okay, which is the color one I've picked up. The maths on the right hand side bottom. Okay, which is a green color sticky note I picked up, and I'll take English and languages in blue on left bottom. Okay, and any other subject on the top, left top. Okay, so make sure you just do not write your name, but you write your subject next to it. Okay. Make sure you pick up your, this is very, Miss Monita is very similar to Padlet, but with a more interactive drawing tools, which I'll be showing you next. Okay. So I have most of you, someone has even put up a Lego education photograph. So I can see most of you are just trying out different things. Let me clear the frame for a minute. Okay. Now, my next question is, what is better, remote learning or in-person learning? If you feel remote learning is better, put up a sticky note on the left, and if it's in-person learning is better, put up a sticky note on your right, on the right. Just draw a dividing line. Both have the pros and cons. Yeah, I just want to just quickly do a quick check and see how we can use the tools to collaborate. So I want you to take up a sticky note, choose one of the options, and drag your sticky note to that area.
Yeah, this is very interesting, and I think this is because of being interactive in nature. I think this will keep the interest of the students alive. So I really appreciate this interactive thing.
And I think, Murtaza, we are using sticky notes, but people can write also, right? Using the pen feature here.
People can write, yes. Yeah. So that's the next feature which I would be showing them. But I want people to get used to taking sticky notes.
Murtuza,
putting them-
why is it why is it always saying unable to reload the file and it reloads it again?
That's sometimes based on your network connection, Priya.
Okay, so it will reload it refresh it kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, we don't have enough time to talk about the pros and cons of remote learning or in-person learning, but it's just a question about critical thinking and how can you use the feature of Jamboard to ask an open-ended question. Okay, and you can then for your classroom you can ask any other questions and even put them, ask the students to put their names and explain their one pros or cons. So if I had to check, okay, can you put any one pro or con in the sticky note and drag it to that side? Okay. So let's move to the next part of this, is where you can have the drawing icons also. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Okay, going to keep the Jamboard alive. Okay, and now I'm going to show you how the second way of starting a Jamboard. Okay, and you will be able to see the difference in. Before we move to that part, I want to show you a small tool which Google has introduced. It was back in 2017 when they started this experiment. So they started an experiment which was called Quick Draw. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen. And it was about how machine learning can be used for sketching and doodling. Okay, now I'm not the best at drawing or sketching. I mean, I literally almost passed my graphic designing exam in my engineering. So that's how good I am. Okay, so when I start this, it's a small game. I have to draw an octopus under 20 seconds. Let's see. And it will start trying to recognize the drawing. Okay.
I see rainbow or tooth. Oh, I know, it's octopus.
So it was not a great one with eight legs, but it was okay. Let's try a hockey stick.
I see leg or line. Oh, I know, it's hockey stick.
Okay. My drawing is not that bad. Now that's a difficult one. A police car.
I see stairs. Oh, I know,
Uh-oh.
it's police car.
Oh wow. Okay. Last one.
See lawn. I see string bean or hurricane or nail or tornado.
Okay. So since I did not draw this well, I think it's not going to be able to detect it, and there I run out of my time. Okay. It's called Quick Draw
Sorry,
with
I
Google.
couldn't guess it.
It's called Quick Draw with Google. It's a fun game which you can all play with your kids and play with your students. Okay, and it can eventually help you to be better on digital drawing. Okay, now why this tool is very important is that this tool is now integrated into Google Jamboard. Okay, so if I would start my screen, okay, you can see I've opened up jamboard.google.com. Now this is the second way to open up a new Jamboard. Okay, and I can click on the new jam at the bottom, and it's going to open up a Jamboard which is very similar to what you saw the last time around. Okay. Now, second Jamboard. Okay. Again, you have the similar tools of drawing. So you have a pen, a marker, a highlighter, and a brush. Okay. Now, how would you use this in a classroom? Okay, in different subjects. Okay. So let's take up first. Let's take up maths, for instance. So you can add a graph paper at the back, and you can teach the students about how to draw graph, say x square plus y square equals to 1. Okay, so that's an equation which you can ask the students to draw. Okay, you can put this equation into a sticky note and then ask the students to draw that equation, okay, as a collaborative tool. Okay, you can even include Jamboards into your Google Classroom assignments. So you can put the link of your Jamboard, you can just share the link, and you can include that into your Google Classroom assignment. So that's how you can make your Google Classroom. So if you have 20 students in your classroom and you have divided them into groups of 2 or 3, this is how you can have them, apart from Google Slides, you can have them collaborate in real time. Okay. The other way to include text is using the text icon at the bottom. So one way we saw was using sticky note, but if you want just to include the text icon, you can add it from the bottom. That's one way to use maths. Okay. Now you can even include the equation. So now I wrote an equation here with just a handwriting tool, but you can use the equations using Equatio into copy and paste it into Jamboard. So that option works also very well with Google Jamboard. Okay. Next is you can include images from Google search. So now let's take up a subject of science, for example. So let me go back, and I go to the fifth icon, which is add image. I can add image by doing a normal Google search, from my Google Drive or from my Google Photos. Okay. Now if I search for, say, for example, map of India. Okay. Maybe I want a line drawing. Okay, let's take this one, import it into my Drive, into my Jamboard, and I can then ask the students to name the different states. So it would work with any kind of images. So annotating images, maybe animal cell, plant cell, or from history. Any images you can import it and work. Okay. You can even take an image from, as a teacher. Okay, you want to use, you have a Google slide, for example. Let me go back to my Google slide. So I have this image which is here. Is my screen visible to everyone? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have this image. Okay, it's in presentation mode, so I'll just go back. Close the slide. You can export any Google slide as an image file, and then you can use it in there. So just let me open up. So as a teacher, I want to teach and annotate on a Google slide. Now, one of the ways to do it is I select the slide, I go to File, I go to Download, and I go to JPEG, which is the current slide. I would download that and save it up on my drive, which then I could go and insert image, Google Drive, and go to recent, which would then appear back up there over here. So then I could this is how I could take a Google slide image and import it here. Okay. Let's move to the third way of Jamboard. Okay, and this is where you can see the more interesting tools come in. Okay, and this is where you will need a mobile app. Okay, it could be an Android tablet, your phone, or an iPad. Okay, so let me so I have a device here connected. Let me just start sharing. Now this feature is currently available only for apps. Okay, it may come up on the web browser on a later date, but currently it's only available for apps. Okay, so can you see my, Ms. Reshma, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so now this is a Google Jamboard app which is downloaded. You can do it on your phone if you have Android or iPhones with you. Okay, so I'm going to start a new Jamboard over here. Okay, now you can see that the Jamboard looks very similar, but when I click on the pen icon, you can see now you have an option at the bottom which is called Assistive Drawing Tools. Now when I click on it, it has three options. The first is text, the second is shapes, and the third is auto draw, which we saw. Okay, let's look at the first one first. So it can recognize your handwriting and can change it to text. So for example, now let me take the word draw itself. So you can see it with my ugly handwriting, it could detect it. I could change it into a text icon. Okay, if I want to remove anything from the Google Jamboard, all I have to do is drag it at the bottom, delete it. Okay, that's
So
one way to
Murtaza,
delete
sorry
it.
to disturb you. So you said this is only available on the mobile phones, right? Not on the app or the Google directly from the Google browser.
Yes, very true. So in short, there are two versions of the Jamboard app. Okay, one is the browser-based one, which is we saw it using Google Meet, or when we go to jamboard.google.com. This tool is currently not available on the web option of it. Okay, it's only available on the app option of it. So you can download it on your phones. It's available for all the Android phones. So you can download a Jamboard app and you can use that option. You can use it on iPads, downloading it, okay, or Android tablets.
Yeah,
Very
I think
nice. Yeah.
in Google for Education, it is available integrated into the Meet, even in the app.
In the assistive tools?
Not the assistive, the Jamboard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the Jamboard is available with all the other tools. Okay. Just the assistive tools at the bottom. Can you see the three assistive tools at the bottom? That's a feature right now only on the app version of Jamboard. Okay. So the first one which I saw was text. Okay. Now let me show you one more feature of the text. So let me write a word called plant. I wrote an O. Okay. So what I can do is I can write a letter. Okay. And if I want to delete the letter, I can just slash on the letter. So can you see I just scribble or cut the letter, and that's how I can disappear a letter. Now I have written the spelling of plant, but I've forgotten the N. So I can take the N and I can drag it in middle of any spelling. Okay. So that's how I can use the text option. Okay.
And Murtaza, quick question. Are you using just your phone to move these letters here and there? And you're typing with your
Just
fingers?
using just using my finger to move it around.
Oh,
Okay.
that is
So if
so
you
good for even teachers and students who are using cell
Yes.
phones.
Yes, and even there is a you can always stream or cast your phone to your device and use it. This is great even to teach young kids spellings. Now, what's the missing letter in a spelling? Or right now, I was just trying. If one of my spelling is wrong, all I need to do is cut it across, and it will disappear. Okay, so this is about the handwriting tool. It is again, there is the second option is the drawing option. Now the drawing option, let me take an example of maths. Okay, so I'm into the second option of drawing, where I have to teach them about angles. So I have acute angle, obtuse angle, and what is the right angle. So if it's an acute angle, now it would automatically convert it into a proper acute angle. Okay, right angles are more difficult to draw, but if I'm say it would convert into right angle, and I could do that for an obtuse angle. Okay, I could use this simple activity to ask the kids, okay, use label the angles on the diagram. Okay, it could be for any of the shapes which you're drawing. Okay, so that's the shape recognition tool which is available. Okay, last one is the auto draw feature. So now this is the same auto draw feature which I showed you in the game before. So let me try to draw a tree. So you can see the trees which appear at the bottom, and then I could choose my the shape of the tree which I want. I would change into that. Okay, this is great to explain ideas in simple sketch noting terms. Okay, so and you can then resize it and put it. So let me take. Can Ms. Reshma, can you give me
This is very good.
drawing?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Can you give me a more difficult drawing to draw? Any word?
Anyone in the
Anyone
chat,
can-
give Murtaza a challenge. Something to draw.
Murtaza, draw raindrops, rainfall.
Raindrops. Okay, so let's try that. Is that good?
Yeah, droplets.
Great. Murtaza, can we draw a laptop?
Laptop. Okay.
Oh, brain is a good one, Monita. Let's see.
Sorry, what was the last challenge?
Brain.
Brain. Oh, that's
That's a
difficult.
challenge, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go.
So all these features are only in the app.
Brilliant, brilliant,
Oh, wow.
brilliant. Challenge accepted.
You know, as a teacher, I was very shy to draw it in on the blackboard, because more than the teaching, kids would make fun of my drawing. Okay, and that's the same thing which applies to every human, even kids. When you ask them, okay, can you explain your idea in terms of a drawing, it could be very difficult for them, because sometimes they're not the best to with their drawing tools. Okay, this really helps kids not to focus on the artwork, but to more to focus on the idea. Okay, so that's about the system drawing tools. Any questions till now?
Yes, Murtaza, there is a
Murtaza,
question
how
which
about you?
is,
Sorry.
where do we find this app? In the App Store?
Yeah, on the App Store. So it's called. You can just search for Jamboard, and you'll get the app.
And is
this
it
a
only on
machine-
Android or iPhone
No,
as well?
It's on iPhone and iPad as well. I'm using an iPad right now.
Okay.
So I want to ask one thing.
Yeah.
This is amazing. If how the students will make it, that they have to also install it. Yes.
Yeah.
But how
if-
it will be appear?
if I'm taking a class as a teacher, how I will ask my students to create it, to use it, if they are on mobile phone, okay?
Okay,
Like,
so let me. So right now I'm using a Jamboard app. Okay, now I have not tried this one, but let me see if I can share this with you. So if I share this Jamboard link on the chat. Sorry.
So can you draw a pictograph for different images with different images?
Just 1 minute. 1 minute, ma'am.
You need to be very close to the speaker, ma'am. We can't listen to your question.
Sir, pictograph with different images.
Sorry?
Pictograph.
Yeah, I think, ma'am, with pictograph, I think you need to use Google Sheets, because then each graph will have a different picture. You can draw it maybe like using a graph and then putting the pictures. But if you want to show something, I think Google Sheets and then converting it into graph will be better. But maybe Murtaza can help us.
Could it be possible we draw here and then paste from Google Sheet? Could it be possible we draw here and then copy paste to the Google Sheet?
Draw here and paste it. Google.
Yeah, you want to copy paste the
Yeah.
graph? Yeah.
You can copy the images and paste it in Google Sheet or Google Docs or Google Slides. That's possible.
Okay, great.
So if I've understood your question right, now you want to use some of these parts into Google in your Google Slides or Google Sheets, right? That's what you're trying to ask, ma'am, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can copy any of these images from here and you can paste it into any of the other apps which are there. I'm able to copy the link, but
yes, Murtaza, I got the email that you wanted to share a Jamboard. Yes, I got an email. So probably when we have to share with our students, we can just put the link and I can see it. I can see, and let me.
But can you use the assistive tools also?
Let me check. So where did you say the assistive tool is?
On the right hand side, when you take the pen icon, at the bottom of the pen icon, you can see the assistive tools there.
Under the pen, no, I see it just like a regular Jamboard, because I'm opening, probably because I'm opening it in the in my browser.
From the device, yes.
So maybe anyone who is using a phone and has an app, maybe is it possible, Murtaza, to put a link of that sharing link here in the chat? Shared link.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
I was trying out this Jamboard assistive tool. I used it, but there is nothing called, like, even you're drawing a tree and it's making it like that. It's not. I'm not getting that. Only two assistive tools are there. One is your shapes. Automatically, it's converting it to the regular circles or ovals, whatever I'm drawing. And one thing is the writing I'm doing. But the third one you said, like you made the drops and all that, I'm not getting that.
You are using an Android phone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I'm using Android.
Yes, the Android. There are different versions available on the Android one, which does not have the third option yet.
Okay. Right,
Hello?
sir.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
There are different versions of the Android app which does not have the third version yet.
Okay.
Just give some time, and I think they are integrating it, and they will make it across available for all the platforms.
Okay, thank you.
So, but that's a good idea. I like it, Murtaza, that you can just share the link with all your students. They can open it on their phones and they can actually see it.
Yep, that's quite possible.
Wonderful.
And
I see all the options are just like your docs options, right? All the other Google options, like sharing, link, and everything. Okay.
There is one more option which was not on the second method which I showed you. Okay, so when you click on the plus icon over here you can over there you would only be able to insert images. Okay, over here you can import from your Drive content directly or image library or stickers. So this is an extra option which is again available only on the app. Okay, stickers, drive content is an extra option, as well as a camera, which is an extra option which is available only on the app version. Okay, now use as judging. Okay, did you understand the concept? Yes. Take a the students would just put a sticker. Okay, or if you have asked the students to do an assignment on Jamboard and you're using it from as a formative assessment tool, you can use one of the stickers over here. Okay, now, okay, let me, is the other things clear till now?
May I have, like, I have one question. May I ask right now, or will it take later on?
You can ask your question, sir.
Yeah. Actually, I am using Jamboard in my mobile phone. It is already installed in my mobile phone. So I got confused when you were sharing the link. At that time, it was a different Jamboard, right? And I have opened up Jamboard in the background. So it was so is it a kind of a your Jamboard is a admin Jamboard, and I can do something on the common Jamboard, and I'm doing something in my personal Jamboard. Is it so?
So you have, again, let me recap that part. So this Google Meet was created by Ms. Reshma and Dr. Waria. So when the Jamboard link was shared by Dr. Waria, it automatically went as a chat to all the participants in Mr. Waria's domain. Okay. Second the second link was when I created the Jamboard. So if I share my screen right now, you'll be able to see my Google Meet. And if I click on the three options at the bottom, this is a new tool which was integrated. The Jamboard is integrated into the Google Meet. Okay. So when I click on this, it will I can put the link of this into the chat box, and then you'll be able to join the Jamboard which I created. Okay. The third way was using the website which is called jamboard.google.com. Just like how we do it for slides or docs.
Yeah,
you can go to
got that. I got that. Yeah, I got that. Just my question is, I have a Jamboard right now. I like when we started this training, I kept it open in the background.
Yes.
Like the one what you have created, when I'm doing something, you all can see, and there is another Jamboard which I'm using. Nobody able to use that. So that is I suppose that is the difference. I have my own Jamboard, as well as the admin has created one Jamboard where everybody can see.
Is this the one which you're talking about right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right now. No, not right now. You just when you told to write down on a sticky note, add sticky note.
Yes.
So I
that
got
was the Jamboard which I created. Yeah, that was the Jamboard which I created using Google Meet. Okay. Now, when I created it using Google Meet, that was the one which we started the collaboration on. Okay.
Okay.
While the third option which I showed you through the app, I did not start any collaboration. I just wanted you to look at the tools which are available on the Jamboard.
Right.
So if I may interrupt, Nirav sir, what I understand is when you open a Jamboard for your own self and you don't share it anybody, nobody else can use it. But what Murtaza sir shared with us is the one that you can share something same you can share with your students where everybody can collaborate. So these are two different.
Yeah, these are two different. So like when Murtaza sir told to add a sticky note, I went like on the my Jamboard and I started adding this sticky note, but it was not visible on the screen. Then I went to your screen. So this is a two different things. So that is, I was not clear about it. Just I got clarity on this during this your sharing at the time of your sharing. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So now this was a very good question which was brought up by Mr. Nirav, where you can use Jamboard for two kinds of collaboration. One is live collaboration that we did in the first activity. When we did remote learning, or I asked you to put your names. Okay. The second way is asynchronous learning also can really be helpful using Jamboard. So you give the students a Jamboard to work on, and they could work on the individual Jamboard. If you can still see my screen, if I expand the top part, can you see on the top I have option? Let me click on it again. So on the top you can see there is a 1/1. Okay, I can keep adding different screens on this. Okay, so now I've added 5 screens, and that could be an individual. Every student could then be working on the individual screen. So student number 1 could be working on screen 1. Student 2 could be working on 2. Okay.
So we have to set
They
the
have
roll
student
number
number 3.
and they use the
Yeah, you
as their
can.
roll number wise 1, 2, 3, 4, so on.
Yeah. And then what you can do is you can download the whole Jamboard as a PDF. So you have your whole documentation of that class available with you as a PDF. Okay. If you want to download it as an image, you can also download the whole that particular screen as individual images and save it on your computer. Okay. So now I've taken the evidence of the learning of every student. I could then download it as a PDF, or I could just save it as an image. Now, is it clear till here?
Yeah, Murtaza,
Yes,
I
sir.
have a question in the chat where our teachers wants to know that can we see who is annotating, like who is working on that particular Jamboard?
Yeah. So to see that, it's a yes or a no. If the students would have logged in using their Google account, you will be able to see. Sorry. Just 1 minute, ma'am. Okay. So if the students would have logged in using the Google account, you will be able to see their name. Okay, like the one which I over here is the one where Miss Reshma would have logged in. So she has logged in using her Google account, and I would be able to see her collaboration. Just a minute, let me just show you that. But if they would not have logged in using their Google account, then you would not be able to see their names. So you can see over here on the top, Miss Reshma has logged in using her Google account, and I can see her name in GEG Pune, India, visible. Okay, but if if the students would have logged in using just the link, then it would be something like this, which is called anonymous. Different animals are given randomly.
So do you think it's a good idea for teachers to share the link through the classrooms so that they can be all logged in with their actual school IDs?
On a personal opinion, I like to give the students an option where they are free to give their names or give their answers anonymously. So now when some students are shy. Okay, if I give an answer, if my name is there. So if I'm having an open-ended discussion, I just say use the sticky note to put in your thought, and in the same sticky note put your names there. Okay. That's one way to do it. But if you really want to find out which student has done their own comments, then you can ask them to log in. Now, Whiteboard is a collaborative tool. It's easier if you just let the students share their ideas and opinions rather than asking them the names and the identity. That's something which you can always do with collaborative tools on Google Slides or Google Sheets. So that's a personal opinion. Again, every teacher could have their own ideas for that. Okay. Can I continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. So now, how I've shown you the simple features of Jamboard. Okay. But how do we take this to our teaching? Okay. On both the GEG Pune and GEG Ahmedabad group, I posted a link. So this link is to this document, which talks about different activities, sample activities you could do with Jamboard. Okay, now I know we have teachers from maths, English, history, and languages. So I was not able to do all these activities, but each of these activities are lesson plans. So it talks about the activity, the guidelines, the tips, and if you click on the lesson plan icon at the bottom, original activity, you'll be able to take it to the original activity who has created this. Okay, so this is a great tool of around 16 different activities which you could do with Jamboards on different subjects. So you can choose your subject and do this. Apart from this, Google has created a curriculum which is there for Jamboard. Okay, again, I'll put this link on the chat box. Now, this curriculum helps to look at how you can use Jamboard for design thinking, which is there. I would have done a complete whole session on design thinking, but I found out that showing the tool first and how it could be used is more beneficial. But this is a whole curriculum which talks about design thinking, what is collaboration, how to build your team, what is creativity, what is critical thinking, and communication styles. And there is a complete teacher preparation available over here. Okay, so you can have a look. It takes around 3 to 4 hours to go through each and every activity and look at it. It's by Jamboard. These lessons are by Jamboard themselves. It's on a third-party website which is owned by Google, called Workbench Education. Okay. Apart from this, the same curriculum is also available as a document. So you have a high school content document as well as a middle school content document available. Again, both have teacher outlines. So introduction to teachers, the same curriculum is available as a Word document. So whichever you're comfortable with, you can go and have a look at the curriculum. Both the curriculum is open-ended. It is not based on any subject. It's more on creativity, critical thinking, and communication.
Murtuza? Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Sorry.
ગુજરાતી માં લખવું હોય તો કેમ લખાય?
Gujarati, Haji, I think Google has not yet taken the handwriting of regional languages yet in AutoDraw. But maybe घना जल्दी लिख ही ले से लोग, ये भी आ भी जाता है. Handwriting is something which Google is working on.
Yes, yes, true.
The regional language. Last update which I saw is Hindi. Devangrini script is being implemented in AutoDraw. But Gujarati वास्ते थोड़ा time आपको.
And I just asked on behalf of my teachers and colleagues.
One thing which is really great with Jamboard is if you use images, you're not bounded by languages. So, and it's a great way to teach languages also. So you take a cloud and you ask them to write cloud in English on the right and Gujarati on the left with the normal handwriting tool, the pen tool.
That's indeed great. So I think if we just try to wrap it up, Murtuza has explained us how to work with Jamboard, and there are different ways he has explained to work with Jamboard using the Meet integration. That is the first thing we checked. Then he tried out opening a Jamboard with this Chrome, jamboard.google.com. That was the second thing. Third thing was opening a Jamboard and then sharing a link with the chat or with your class. Fourth thing was opening a Jamboard using the mobile phone application. But in the mobile phone application, you have to separately download the Jamboard application. In that, if you download the Jamboard application, you have an extended facility of assisted drawing tool in the mobile application, which is yet not directly available onto the desktop application. So these are the 4 different things that we have learned today from Murtuza. Apart from this, what Murtuza taught us was how can we have integration or interaction using the Jamboard. So one very fine exercise that he had made us to do is to write our names or to post a sticky note on the Jamboard so that we can also be interactive. So I think it's a very beautiful tool. At the same time, to add interaction with the children, you can post a question on the Jamboard and let the students answer the question on the Jamboard. So if Jamboard is integrated in your class, also that is what Murtuza also told, that we can also have Jamboard assignments in our Google Classroom. So if you are using Google Classroom and if you are using Meet within the classroom and if you are using a Jamboard within the Meet, then there are two options with the faculty. One option is that the faculty operates the Jamboard and which is visible to the students. And other option is the faculty shares interaction with the student. So to share the Jamboard with the students for editing, or interacting, or not to share is again a privilege with the teacher. So the teacher can decide whether I want to share my Jamboard, whether I don't want to share with the Jamboard with the students, or so that students can have input. So really very good information shared by Murtuza. Apart from this, Jamboard, Murtuza also taught us this very good assistive drawing tool. If you are not good at drawings, if you're not, obviously, even if you are good at drawing, to draw on a screen is not easy. To draw on a small screen or mobile screen is not easy. So there is what assisted drawing tool will help us. So again, all the ways of interacting with Jamboard, all the different ways that you can use Jamboard in your classroom, that has been explained by Murtuza very well. Not only explained, but he has very well illustrated, given examples and showed it up, demonstrated to us. At the same time, different tool, that is assisted drawing tool, has also been shared by Murtuza. So overall, a really interesting session today. And I think the educators that are connected today are very much fascinated with this tool. I also started getting responses on my personal WhatsApp. So this is really very interesting. And I'm sure that teachers will have their own ways of using Jamboard in their class. So I think we should have another such session, maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, and have an open chat session and ask teachers, how are you using Jamboard in your class? So maybe we will have more ideas to use Jamboard. So thanks, Murtuza, for all this inspiration.
Thank you, Dr. Varia. In fact, I wanted to cover design thinking in today's session, but just because I know Ms. Reshma would have my presentation and last 20 slides of my presentation. That was based on thinking. So maybe
Murtuza, we will love to see the whole presentation again from you. But it was very insightful first to show how the Jamboard can be used, and we would really love to know the design thinking part also of it in few sessions.
Yes.
So I think by that time,
next time as well.
everybody of us will get more comfortable with Jamboards, and then it will be a more collaborative session. But it was excellent things that you told us today.
Yeah, Dr. You have a question? Yes, please.
May I ask one question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Murtuza bhai, I have gone through Jamboard. I have used Jamboard, so not as in the classroom, but just for the my practice in my mobile, and it was already installed few days back. One question is, like, I was not knowing this collaborative tool of Jamboard. I was using it, but I was not knowing. Same way, have you used this geometry for students? Where is there any? It is a but different, like not a Jamboard related question, but I'm using geometry. So is it having the same collaborative tool also in geometry, or you can share your screen?
You're talking about GeoGebra or geometry?
Geometry. GeoGebra and geometry both.
Yeah, so GeoGebra does not have any collaborative tool. Geometry, sir, I've not used it yet. So geometry, maybe if someone else would have used it, you can let me know.
Okay.
In terms of whiteboards, there are three major whiteboard. One is Jamboard. there is whiteboard.fi, and then there is on Nearpod there is a whiteboard option also. Okay, Jamboard in fact has a hardware tool also by two companies called BenQ and one more company. Basically, like your smart screen which is there. So you have
I
it's
think
a touch.
one live board is also there.
Yeah. So it's a hardware. Jamboard is not just a software. There is a hardware tool also, which is called Jamboard, where you may get confused a little. That's a hardware tool, which is basically a digital screen where you can use it in your classroom as your collaborative tool with the whiteboard marker kind of thing.
Okay.
So, Murtaz, I would just like to add here over here is Jamboard actually is a white screen introduced by Google. It's a Google device, and they've named that device as Jamboard, and it is they've made it for the purpose of education, where the Jamboard will be there, and whatever the teacher will draw on the Jamboard, that will be reflected onto the Chromebooks of the students. And later on, they kept on adding features to this Jamboard, and they then derived the Jamboard application. Okay, the application which Murtaza just discussed about this thing. Why I know all this thing, all about this, because when I came to know about Jamboard, Jamboards were not available in India. Okay, I tried to access Jamboards in the month of April, and Jamboards, even Jamboard as a device is not available or sellable in India as of now. At that time also, and Jamboard was bound only with the Jamboard device of Google. So Jamboard was not able to work on Jamboard separately apart from that device. But over a period of time, they made the platform independent of the device. They made the software independent of the device, and now not only this, they also integrated the same software inside the Meet. So they have really come to the rescue of the teachers and solve the issue that if you're working with a small device or a handset, right? Within that handset, you can also work with the Jamboard. So this is they are keeping on innovating things, and this is how it has come up. So again, it's a very good thing. Yes, there are different tools available for screencasting. There are different tools available for whiteboards. But Jamboard is, if you're using Google technology, if you're using Google Classroom, Jamboard is of Google, so it will have better integration with Google Classroom. You will be having better services. All those associated, say whether it is with Google Sheet or whether it is Google Doc or Google Slides, you can easily integrate Jamboard into that. So it's easy for Google users to use Jamboard rather than other things. So there are many independent, like Jamboard, there are many independent whiteboard applications that we can work it out. But once we have Jamboard, we don't need to use those applications. Fine, I think Reshma, we are really on time and 2 minutes over the time, and we need to conclude this session of today. I would just want you to just wrap it up, please. You're muted.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Varia. And first of all, thank you, Murtaza, for giving us such detailed information about Jamboard, and we would love to learn more about design thinking for sure, and we will reach out to you. And thank you for collaborating with us in this session. I also want to thank to all the participants with such wonderful questions and ideas that you share. Let's keep doing this, and please let us know if you would like to collaborate or if you want to share your expertise. It will really help all the other educators to learn more about different things that we can use from the Google tools. So thank you, Dr. Varia, for creating the Meet session every week for us. And let's meet again for GEG Ahmedabad on Friday.
Yeah. Fine. Just one moment. In amidst this all fantasy